I was in my late 30s. I was a footballer, a Gaelic footballer, before I was a tennis player. And I just fell in love with the game instantly. And I play religiously to this day, probably 3 times a week, sometimes 4. And I just love the game.
I started when I was 11 years old. I hate tennis because I wanted to do ballet, but my mom told me, no, you have to play tennis. So at the beginning I lost, and when I say, okay, if you want to play, you have to win. So I played hard, and I was number 3 in the world in juniors, and I was number 1 in seniors 3 times. So when I play hard.
I had some friends who were tennis players, and they encouraged me to play, and I started to play, and I got totally addicted. There's just something about striking that ball. I think it's maybe like a golfer when they hit a great drive and they hear that sound and that ball goes where they want it to go. It's enticing.
I started playing maybe 10, 11 years old. I loved baseball, but I found that tennis gave me that opportunity to be involved at every shot, every other shot, I guess you could say. So I love that individual element. I mean, it's been my life for 45 years, and I mean, it's shaped who I am, and the people, the contacts, my friends, my wife. I met my wife through tennis. And so, I'm all in when it comes to tennis.
I've been playing senior tournaments since my late 40s. It's a good active sport. It helps keep you fit, and it's a very, very nice game to play because hitting the ball is a very pleasant experience.
The first time that I discovered tennis, I was I think 8 or 9 years old, and I was a kid in Egypt. I heard the noise of the ball, that noise of ball going back and forth. So I went by and looked, and I see 3 clay courts with people all in white playing tennis, and I see that's magical. I really felt like in love with the game.
You can be as competitive as you want to be, and of course it brings out those sort of feelings that you had years and years ago, being able to play amongst like-minded people in a competitive way. It's great.
You move all your muscles and all your body. It's fun, and you meet other people, so it keeps you healthy.
I read somewhere where people who play tennis, they have a good chance of living 10 years longer than anybody else. So why not play tennis if that's the case?
When I came in this country, I was 30 years old. To pay my tuition and all school, I had to teach tennis, and became a business. So the racket saved my life.